Good morning. Welcome to the Breakfast Show for another episode 35. Now we all have talked about how this market has moved back up since we discovered the Green Pentagon, which happened sometime in end of July. If you have followed the Green Pentagon right now, you would already been in the money. So it does pay dividend to have Green Pentagon. It's something that you want to watch out for. Let's take a look at what we have for you in this morning breakfast show, and we'll be covering some of these topics that we have in here, and definitely one of those would be on the respective market that we see right now. Now, what has happened right now is the US inflation report, which I reported on the morning podcast. So check out the podcast in our Telegram, which does show the inflation has been tamed and we have hit the high, and it was doing much better. That's why we have Dow Jones rising up by almost 600 points, which I already justified the new case of the bull market. Now, depending who you listen to, the bear will continue to come out and tell you, the bear market, these are the people who say, hey, the market's going up, there still will be another crash. But look at the chart. Always look at the chart. Don't listen to the talking head. And that's what I will be seen as also another talking head. But more importantly, do look at the chart. And that's why we want to present you with a chart with our VSA plugin that many of you already have for VSA 360. If you have not got it yet, try out our 10-day free trial worth $266 together with a 30-minute training that will get you up into speed. And that's why many of our members who is using it will definitely. And also we will be doing a members day to share with you some of our new release of our new feature for the 360, and it will be mind-blowing. Of course, for those members who are already existing it, you continue to enjoy this good benefit. For those of you who are still sideline or on the fence sitter, try out our 10-day trial and feel the difference in the coming event in here. So let's move on to the morning breakfast show. What we're going to talk about in this case, I'll still be continuing with the theme for a case for new bull market and what to follow. Now, in this new bull market, what are we likely to see? What kind of indicator are you looking for? Are you still looking at the old traditional moving average in here, or are you looking at price and volume with a little bit of tagging into the big brother that we've seen on the US market? Definitely also the foreign funds does justify, which also we'll look at the VSA 360 to look at the foreign funds, which does justify whether this market can continue to look higher. Now, this new bull market has to be something different from the usual things that we talk about in the catalyst. Definitely one of them is GE15, which we don't get it unless we have once every 4 years. So that's why the local market, the GE15, although hasn't been announced, but if you check out the local paper, there will be talks about it, whether it will be held end of the year or likely to be in somewhere March next year, which I still think it's going to be March next year after the Chinese New Year, where people have more time to rally. Despite what they said before, it will likely be March, but the continuing talk of it will sustain this market. Also, on top of that, the KLSE is also following the big brother, which is the US market, which continue to outperform many people. As I said before, the recession is already done behind us. No doubt they have registered two technicals negative growth, which does represent the recession that we've seen before. So we are seeing opportunity right now, and you should use the VSA 360 intraday alert for those of you who want to trade a shorter time. More importantly is knowing this condition in here and back testing it. And that's why this 10-day free trial that we give to the public will give them a chance to check out what will be in store in the coming new case for the bull market here. If you're inexperienced, no worry. VSA 360 will have all the trainings and video tutorial in here. So sign up and join our program in here. Now let's take a look at the trade that we have for the Pentagon Guider that we've seen before in here, as such that we have cut the LHI. I think there was a news on the Leong Hub likelihood there were a competitive act they got into, and if they get sued by NYCC, they are likely to lose a couple of millions in there. So it's broken down. We already reduced that position in here. I don't have the price that we cut off. This was done by one of our fellow team to help manage this Pentagon Guider Portfolio to reduce the position in here. We still have one more trade, the IJM, and as such, if you look at this trade here, we are still outperforming the KLSE, not by much, but hopefully when the market resume higher right? And then we will, move into a better position here. We also love to hear your feedback. That's a QR code in there if you want us to put in some new material, some questions. Do let us know. Feel free in here, and we'd like to hear more from you in here. And also the VSA 360 continue to give all the necessary knowledge and skill plus training for you to explore new opportunity in the VSA 360 as well in the KLSE market, the US market, Hang Seng as well as SGX, with also the VSA extension using the plugin in here. Now let's take a look at what we have for our VSA 360 in here. For those of you who are not familiar, let me just share with you what we have. So for our VSA 360, we'll first go into the dashboard, right? Once you log in here, and then you will see so right now you can see the KLCI is green Pentagon. We also have green Pentagon for Singapore. We have only Hang Seng is red, okay, and the Dow Jones was also green Pentagon. So that pretty much tells you in sync the VSA 360 is about knowing the direction of the market you want to stay in here. And also in here are those news that does give you green Pentagon, like M-Bank is green Pentagon, NCT is green Pentagon, APB are green Pentagon. So the VSA 360 are able to capture those positive news with green Pentagon and see if there is an opportunity for you to act upon it. Now let's take a look at this market blowing up the KLCI in here. So you can see right now we have very nice strong here. You can see 1, 2, 3. That is strength in the background. Okay, there's strength in the background in here. We have a nice pullback. So this 1508, as I said before, also in the podcast in here, it's important that we stay above the 1500. Breaking into 150, that also justified this new case for a new bull market. Now, if you agreed with what I've said in here, give me a thumbs up, all right? Because I'm trying to convince you that this is a new bull market. By the time you are convinced this is a new bull market, guess what? The smart money will be selling. And that's why a lot of the people in here usually are slow, right? That's why it's my job to train you how to read the chart and at least follow the sign of the Pentagon Guider. You can see sign of Pentagon Guider, it actually hit on the 4th, what was this? 18th of July, or it turned green Pentagon in here. This is so much easier to have a system like this. Also, you can check out the other regional market in here. You can check out, this is a Singapore market switching to a 3-month chart. And you can see also on the 20th of July, also switch over to Dow Jones here and switching to a 3-month here. And the same thing goes, you can see we had an upthrust here and looking at 334433. Okay, let's see how it will perform the remaining of the week. Okay, shall we? And let's go back in here. So that is a prognosis using the Pentagon Guider chart, which is interactive and fairly easy to use. Of course, the next thing we want to be focusing is the foreign funds flows. We did have another one, big one, 233 million. And again, the foreign fund flows does justify this new case of a bull market that we've seen in here. So this is something you want to be using the VSA 360 in here. And of course, those of you who have any stocks that you want me to take a look, we'll definitely use VSA 360 to look into that. From the foreign fund flows, we have here another one. Do take note. We should continue to have more and more foreign funds coming flow in here that would justify this blue KLCI index to stay above, hitting higher. We hit the low at that point was 1411. You could see on the background on the left hand side here, it was due to the foreign funds outflow. So right now we have foreign fund new flows coming in, so we should move higher. Now take note also, the high is 1530. If you look back on here, and you can see 1530, which is around this level in here, that is the 1530. So use the VSA 360. It's very convenient, very easy to use, and you will put into your path. As I said before, also the rubber glove stocks, which Hatta has 3 days in a row lost more than 20%. I think the couple of billions have been wiped off in here due to the slower earnings report. Also affected the two big one in here. Let's also look into the sector. All right, look into the sector in here. Technology stocks. Let's look into the 3-month here. And you can see, just waiting for the chart to come out in here. Yeah, there you go. And it did turn red Pentagon because last night we have the semiconductor warning, right? They might miss it, we have to sell off. But guess what? Inflation came in and rescued everything, and everything seems to be putting on the side here. Of course, we're starting to have healthcare turn because of one big mega player, Hata, continue to go off. Construction, consumer also turn to red Pentagon. So we are seeing some weakness started to creep in here. But one of the things I want to share with you, I think we have started to put in is our Pentagon Guider to sector screener. Pentagon Guider, right? Pentagon Guider buy here. And definitely if we just move over to this side in here, we started to put in the Pentagon for the region, for the industry. So you can see UWC, semiconductor is red. Property, DPS is green. So it makes it so much easier, kind of stocks that you want to be able to pick in here. This is wood. We got SK Pack. Okay, oh, that's pretty interesting. Industrial is green Pentagon in here. And that also SK Press is turning green Pentagon. Who do you know? Well, SK Press is definitely a good stock, got green in here. And with your longer term, this is one of the stocks you want to be looking at. And of course, clicking on SK Press, that will take you to this chart here. And just switch on the bigger chart here. And this morning, it's almost unchanged. Volume is 61K here. And just waiting for this chart to come out in here. So this is the kind of stocks that we want to be scanning in. You can see, turn green Pentagon. Yes, that's right, turn green Pentagon. You got the old resistance here, 167. 165 and 170 in here. And also you did see a couple of red Pentagon, very easy to sort of match. Of course, if you want to just blow this up, you can do this here nicely. And one of the things you want to check out, we have a couple of lists in here. All right, and it's rated 5 out of 8, paying 2.72% dividend in here. Very good one in here. And sort of move on to there's some of the other things that we have in here, and you definitely can see average return about 13%. So I don't think SKP will have another negative return if the KLSE market were to turn positive. I think that's a bottom line to it. So you got to trade using the seasonality return in here, and that will put you pretty much into the right position. So check out the VSA 360 in here. Lots of good information, and will put you in the right spot. All right, and today we also be looking at the going back to our dashboard here. We want to check out the alert. What are those? Oh, Bonia, which is RHB. RHB Jewel has turned green. DNO turned green Pentagon, SKP. All right, that's how we discover. These are what we call the high value liquid shares. SKP, DNO, Astro turned red. UWC, Technology turned green Pentagon. Of course, you can click here. Vitrox, Asiata REITs have turned red in here. And you can also go on to the RHB Jewel. And you can see TechScam is positive, which has been rising a lot. Sedania. These are some of the stocks which was pitched in by RHB 2021 for being the RHB Jewel. All right. Actually, all right. So let's look at the next one here. And you can see many of these has turned green Pentagon. If you like some of these stocks, oh, Emilus is also turned green. Let's take a look at Emilus. And you can see turn green Pentagon. And this was one of the stocks which one of the members was asking. Yeah, it did turn green Pentagon. And then immediately we have that sell-off. Everything pushed back down again. So this one doesn't move, in nice tandem like we've seen some other stocks like Inari. Let's check out Inari here. Right, click on that one. And you can see Inari just waiting for the stocks to come up. Yep, you can see also turn red. But you can see the difference between Emilus and some of these greater stocks is the ability to move up. Emilus may eventually one time or another play second fiddle and follow the big brother in here, but we yet to be seen in here. Any signs of that push up has been pretty much broken down very quickly here. Okay, so you can see from here, 75% red Pentagon, just turned red Pentagon, bearish Pentagon in here. Analysts giving it a call on the 11th of August. You can see MIDF giving it a call at 365. That is almost a 25% upside. Interestingly enough, for the information that we have in here. A couple of new things also. We have also the foundation courses which have been archived. So those of you who are listening to our members in here, make sure you check out our archive. Our foundation course has been put in here. And if you click on part 2, that video tutorial is in here, and you can follow some of these in here. One of the big benefits of subscribing to VSA 360 in here. All right, and those of you, all right, there's a video here, and it's about 2 hours and 38 minutes. You can watch it up very nicely here. Okay, and let's go on to the next thing that we have here. Right, is our, we've done that one, and now move back to the Pentagon Guider News. That's right, something I want to share with you in here. Regional Fund, we have seen that one, and we also done the Pentagon Sector Screener, and the news. That's an interesting one that some of you may not have seen before. You go over to Stock Exchange, and you go News by Pentagon Flows, right, which is the one that we already put at the front already just now there. You can see Great Tech is which has news in here. Great Tech, very positive. These are the positive news. You can see more here. And a news quote, Great Tech, 75% in here. Turn rate, Pentagon, 80, KTC, Bursa, we're also very positive. The sentiment is very positive. There's 6 banks, Sam Darby, APH, MNG, SciPark. It's Green Pentagon. Okay, SciPark. You can check out SciPark here. Okay, oh, that's open up in here, and let's open to SciPark. That's only the news. Okay, we're going to be looking at SciPark. Let me just get back out from here. Okay, CY Park. And this news has been sort of beaten down, 1.8. Wow, look at that one. See, nice pullback in here. It might break a bit higher. This morning is just holding up at that level here. So the green Pentagon was pretty good this morning, but now you face a couple of resistance in here. Since it actually dropped this big amount in here from 75 cents, it will take some time for it to creep back up again in here. Okay, so those are the news. So those of you who would like to know about news about the company Great Tech, so check out the Trade VSA VSA 360. Lots of good information that should help you, put you in the right place. Okay. Now let's move on to the justified case for the new bull market. Now it's important that you know the background, as I said before, where we came up from. We were in the stage 1 accumulation earlier on, and then we talk about the point B. Right, first the sign here, second sign. We're pretty much now in C right now. Point A and B remain to be positive, continuing of stage 2, followed by light volume and heavy volume alternating in there. Heavy persistent from point C, which is why we are seeing this market likely to hit 1530 in here. Higher high and higher low through throughout from point C onwards, which is this point here. And you want to use the peak value to determine the condition. And this is what we talked about, the peak value earlier on. So this was last week, as we look at the market at 7.1% from the peak value low in here. You can see this 200-day moving average will soon to be tested. And also take note that the market stages has gone above the red line, so that's a danger zone. It's nice for it to pull back a bit more, so you have a bit of pullback. So this week, right now, we can see 7.5. We have an upthrust. We got one upthrust, two upthrusts. All upthrust has been taken out by line change and stronger, and that's why it does justify what we call a new bull market in here. And this 1530, okay, the next one 1530 will be the resistance that we are talking about in here, 1530. We'll see how we break into. So the day trading rules for this new market case is finding the right stock with the right trade. Now we're going to be trading a lot of this breakout. Then these were also done by our 20-day challenge members who have done pretty well during the month of June. When the market was down, they were performing around 28% in 20 days return. Yeah, that's right, 28% in 20 days now. And despite the market KLSE went up. Now this is why, because they justified by using the right tool. The VSA 360 were using the right tool in here, and they could use it much better and be wary of the move. And it's a short term. If the trade doesn't work, you just exit three bars or more. And let me share with you what we have. Now let's look back to some of the trades that we talked about last week on the 5th of August, just below 10 o'clock in here. We are using the overtake UT. When the upthrust, we talk about when the upthrust been overtaken by the line change, usually in the VSA, that is strength coming in here. So we're going to be looking a couple of them, OTUT, and this was as 5th of August. So we got the 60 cent, and we're picking those 47 cent with the exception of Emiko, PGF, You can see this all get displayed on the VSA 360. Check it out using the VSA 360 trial in here. Give you a chance. Now, the first stock that we have, which will pick it up, YBS, you can see, pick it up 60 cents. Market was a bit bullish. You can see market stages went above in here, the danger line above the red line in here. But it did hit 63.5 cents subsequently. Market did push up a possible 290 ringgit from 5K in just less than a few days. If you're a more experienced trader, you want to run for 4 or 5 days and have captured the 290 ringgit from your $5,000 trade. Isn't that something that we all talk about? Just like going for a fishing for a fish in here, and tools like this would definitely put you into the right speed. So that's why we are saying a lot of stocks that comes out in the intraday alert are not moving higher, not selling down. So that's provide a new case for the bull market moving high. And what do you think? Let me know in the comment section in there and see how this market can subsequently move higher. Now, next one we have is PFG, spotted at 118, and you can see hit a high at 120, just 2.5%, also justified a case of a new bull market. And last but not least is Emico, right, which pick it up on the 30.5 cents and hit 31 cents on top in here, which is this sign here, giving a 3.3%, a possible of 165 ringgit from a $5,000 trade. And that's also, take note, the market stages are below the zero line. So that means this market has a bit more. So the idea of the stock trade idea, we talk about, a few of them make a couple $100 in here, is that the case for new market, if we maintain the trajectory to the 200 moving average, by the time you get to the 200 moving average, everyone will be talking about this case still justified today in here. Screen through the intraday alert if you don't have to. Check out the VSA 360 in here, and also look out for those COC, which is the end of a stage 1 beginning in here. Right. Why do our member join our 20-day training challenge? Because this is where we have the coaching advice and the coaching mentoring to provide them, so our member will do their best, just like one of our member in here perform 28% in here in 1 month, while the KLSE dropped 2.4% in here. And let's take a look at a couple of stocks that we are looking at. This morning, I was looking at the intraday alert screener. I could not find any stocks that will pick up. Yep, zero result in here. So probably there's nothing in here. That's how you want to be looking at it. There's nothing, you don't have to. Or you can look at a couple of screener like just what we did here from SKP, DNO. Because we can check out DNO here. Okay, if you want to be looking at, DNO is down 0.5% in here, but looking pretty good. Let's switch this up a bit. And you can see the old high is 420. Right now is 419. Okay, I think it's 419 in here. Yeah, 410. Okay, so breakout here with a red pentagon. Oh, it's a red and green pentagon all together. First time I see this. All right, you can see here green pentagon. Let me just move this aside here. Green and red pentagon side by side. So this is generally what we call a very, very nice wash. Chuchi. So May tells you this market will start to move up in here. In hindsight, take a look at this one in here, and we'll look. Technology stock continue to be good. That wash, the red pentagon followed by green pentagon, some of the market leaders will give you this reason to stay a bit more and longer. None on that one. So our 20-day challenge from our respective member done pretty well. Congratulations of them. All right, you can see making 28% in the month of June when the KLSE is down. And also congratulations to Kit Ho and Zenali. That has been good. And for you, a new bull market with a new course in here, right? For those of you who have joined us last 2 weekends on the 5th and the 6th, we are doing the masterclass session for futures, which is happening this Saturday. That's right, which is actually tomorrow morning, 9:30 to 12:30. If you have not, you might want to register for this one in here and subscribe to the system in here and get 12-month memberships and also unlimited passes in here. I'll be doing a session next week on the 27th of August on the US market and portfolio. That's something for the respective market. As I talked before, US market continue to go higher. And if you are not performing well, right, in your portfolio, explore this new bull, this new opportunity, right? And for those who want to take on the new challenge in here, right? And if not, we still have the 10-day free trial in here. Check out the system in here. Scan this QR code. No obligation, no return at good return at no risk at all. And if you are ready, sign up for our program in here for our plugin 2668, all right, or 488. That's what we're offering right now. A good price to put you staying ahead, as respectively many of our members and also the public has given us a great comment. We thank you for your support and your contribution in here. All right, and also continue to join us for our regular talk in here. I think we just done one futures on the 10th of August. This coming Wednesday on the 17th of August, we have the pullback trade, and also on the 24th will be my session in here. All right, love to hear feedback. That's a QR code. Send us in here, and also a chance for you to win the 3 months. Not we don't have many winners yet, right? If you want to have the 3-month VSA membership in here, this is a chance for you to review us on the Google review in here to win 3 months worth of membership. Just scan that QR code and just write in 200 words what are the things that you learned today in here using, as I said before, the new case of a bull market. Okay, now we have come to the section where we'll be looking at a couple of stocks. If you have any stocks that you want me to look at, do pencil those in there. I'm happy to take a look at them. Right? If not, have a good week ahead of you in here. And for those of you who's coming for our masterclass futures, I'll see you tomorrow morning for another great day. Always look for improvement to this new challenge that I'm giving you. New market opportunity are coming in there. Have you got in the right tool in here? So that's all I have. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel in here, and also our Telegram channel. Do share that with your friend. And I'll see you, if not on Monday again, for the breakfast show together with Smart Robie. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your time. We really appreciate it in here.